10 Great Star Trek. The Next Generation characters who only appeared once as the crew of the USS Enterprise D explored the galaxy on Star Trek The Next Generation. They encountered some incredible characters who only appeared once. Led by Patrick Stewart's Captain Jean-Luc Picard, the characters of TNG have become one of the most beloved science fiction casts of all time. As they went on new adventures each week, Captain Picard and his crew made even the weakest episodes of TNG worth watching. However, some of TNG's best episodes became classics because of their guest stars. With its episodic style of storytelling, Star Trek The Next Generation introduced new characters each week who created the conflict for that week's plotline. Many of these characters only appeared in one episode, but left a mark on the franchise, thanks in large part to the actors who played them. The Star Trek franchise has a history of attracting high-caliber talent, and a strong guest star can make the simplest of stories become something great. With a single appearance, these actors delivered memorable performances that made their episodes instant classics. When the USS Enterprise D transports an empathic metamorph named Kamala, Captain Picard develops feelings for the young woman. Kamala can become whatever type of woman the men around her want her to be, but she gets to be herself with Picard. Despite the budding feelings between Kamala and Picard, Kamala has already been promised to a Vultian ambassador in an arranged marriage. The gender roles depicted in The Perfect Mate feel outdated for the 1990s, but Famke Janssen's performance makes Kamala work as a character even if the episode's premise is faulty. Picard and Janssen play off of one another well, both delivering compelling and believable performances. While it would have been nice to see what became of Kamala after her arranged marriage, Janssen made the character memorable. When the Enterprise picks up Captain Thadian O'Connor to help repair his ship, the charismatic rogue charms the ship's crew and romances multiple women on board. When leaders from two different planets claim that O'Connor has wronged them, Captain Picard finds himself caught up in a family squabble that O'Connor eventually helps resolve. While O'Connor could have come across as creepy or cringe-inducing, Billy Campbell makes the character work. After seeing the way O'Connor makes the Enterprise crew members laugh, LT, Commander Data, Brent Spiner, attempts to understand humor. While Brent Spiner is great as always, this subplot does not work as well as it could have. Still, the episode is memorable thanks to Billy Campbell, who is considered for the role of Commander Will Riker before Jonathan Frakes landed the part. Plus, the reveal that O'Connor has been helping two star-crossed lovers communicate only makes the character more likable. As the Enterprise travels to Penthara 4, they encounter a time traveler named Professor Berlinghoff Rasmussen, who claims to be a researcher from the 26th century. As the crew grows increasingly annoyed by Rasmussen's interviews, they begin to suspect he may be hiding something. When Captain Picard discovers that several items from the Enterprise have gone missing, he confronts Rasmussen. Star Trek The Next Generation, TNG, introduced viewers to a diverse universe filled with fascinating alien species, moral dilemmas, and of course, memorable characters. While the main cast left an indelible mark on the franchise, many secondary characters also shone brightly, even if they appeared in only a single episode. These one-off characters often added depth, provided powerful storytelling moments, or offered memorable performances that resonate with fans to this day. Here are 10 great TNG characters who only appeared once but made a lasting impression. 1. Kellier, Season 2, Episode 20, The Emissary. Kellier, played by Suzy Plaxon, is one of the most beloved one-time characters in the TNG universe. A half-human, half-Klingon ambassador, Keller's fiery personality, sharp intellect, and complex relationship with Worf provided the show with emotional depth. Her no-nonsense attitude and strong will made her a standout, and while she returned later for a second episode, her impact in The Emissary alone is enough to warrant her place on this list. 2. Tam Elbrun, Season 3, Episode 20, Tin Man. In Tin Man, Tam Elbrun, played by Harry Groener, is a betazoid with powerful telepathic abilities, but his gift is also his burden. His deep empathy makes it difficult for him to interact with others, and his pain is palpable throughout the episode. Tasked with communicating with the living starship Tin Man, Tam's inner turmoil, isolation, and eventual connection with the creature provide a poignant exploration of mental health and belonging. 3. Maddox, Season 2, Episode 9, The Measure of a Man. Commander Bruce Maddox, portrayed by Brian Brophy, is a Starfleet scientist who wishes to disassemble and study data to understand his unique positronic brain. His cold, almost dehumanizing attitude toward data drives the ethical conflict of the episode. Maddox represents the tension between scientific advancement and moral responsibility, forcing a legal and philosophical debate about what it means to be sentient. His presence elevates The Measure of a Man into one of the series' most profound episodes. 4. Tells Sheila, Season 4, Episode 12, Data's Day. In the episode Data's Day, T'Bel is introduced as a Romulan ambassador, and her diplomatic mission adds layers of intrigue. However, her true identity as Sheila, a Romulan spy, is revealed in a gripping twist. Though only present in this one episode, the implications of her deception ripple throughout Starfleet, serving as a reminder of the clandestine nature of interstellar politics. Her cunning and manipulation provide a riveting story arc. 5. The Traveler, Season 1, Episode 6, Where No One Has Gone Before. The Traveler, played by Eric Menyuk, is an enigmatic and transcendent being who helps propel the Enterprise to the furthest reaches of space. He recognizes the potential within Wesley Crusher, serving as both a guide and a mentor. The Traveler's philosophical musings about the nature of time, space, and human potential hint at deeper existential questions, elevating the episode beyond a typical space adventure and leaving a lasting impression on fans. 6. Ardra, Season 4, Episode 13, Devil's Due. Ardra, played by Marta Dubois, is a trickster who arrives on Ventax 2, claiming to be a devil figure who has returned to claim the planet per an ancient contract. Ardra's cunning, charm, and theatrical flair make her an unforgettable adversary for Captain Picard. Her performance is both captivating and entertaining, making Devil's Due one of TNG's more playful yet intriguing episodes as it delves into themes of fear, superstition, and belief. 7. Lieutenant Junior Grade, LTJG, Aquil Unari, Season 6, Episode 13, Aquil JG. Aquil Unari, portrayed by Renee Jones, is at the center of a murder investigation when the crew of the Enterprise discovers a distress signal and missing Starfleet personnel. Aquil is an enigmatic character who spends much of the episode in a tense relationship with Geordi LaForge. Her past and motives are shrouded in mystery, keeping the audience guessing throughout. Though the episode is often cited for its thriller elements, Unori's complex character and vulnerability make her memorable. 8. Kivas Fajo, Season 3, Episode 22, The Most Toys. Kivas Fajo, played by Saul Rubinek, is a wealthy, sadistic collector who kidnaps Data to add him to his collection of rare and valuable objects. Fajo's twisted sense of entitlement and disregard for life make him one of the most nefarious villains in TNG's run. The psychological battle between Fajo and Data over the course of the episode is gripping, culminating in a moment where Data is forced to consider violating his ethical programming to stop Fajo. 9. Serena Douglas, Season 7, Episode 4, Statistical Probabilities. Serena Douglas, portrayed by Faith Saley, is a genetically enhanced individual with a withdrawn, almost catatonic state due to her inability to process the flood of information in her brain. In this episode, her transformation from a silent observer to an insightful and articulate character is both heartwarming and tragic. Though her appearance is brief, Serena embodies the ethical complexities surrounding genetic engineering, making her character stand out. 10. Janae Commander Soren, Season 5, Episode 17, The Outcast. Soren, portrayed by Melinda Culia, is a member of the androgynous Janae species.